2014 season.
Copenhagen Wolves going huge in their very first game of the LCS.
Absolute fantastic stuff for game one for Rocket. They do take down their fellow qualifiers, Super Hot Crew. Look at the Nexus, he's going to go down. Fnatic pick up their second win of the day. And unfortunately for Alliance, it's their second loss today.
I'm really happy to be back. I miss being on the big stage.
I want to play and want to win.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day 2 of the European LCS. I'm Joe Miller here with Trevor Quickshot Henry, and we're coming to you live from our LCS studio in Cologne, Germany. We're right in the middle of the first Super Week of the 2014 European LCS season, and that means we'll be bringing you 5 more big games today.
Yeah, that is correct. And a very quick reminder that after this, the EU Challenger Series kicks off immediately with Cloud9 facing off against Heavy Bot Lane and Team for Nothing versus Tick, Trick, and Duck. You definitely want to stay tuned to watch those matches.
But first, let's talk about what happened here on day 1. After 6 matches yesterday, there's plenty to discuss, starting at the top of the table, really, with Fnatic looking incredibly strong. 2-for-0 they went yesterday, and the new boy, the new AD carry that everyone's been talking about, Reckless, well, he got off to the perfect start as well. He didn't die across both games that they had, really living up to that hype. He played Jinx in both of those and ended at 15-0-17 over the 2 games.
Yeah, D-Man introduced him as the Phenom. He's actually gone on record saying he's waited a year for this day, and he played phenomenally. The next big story is, of course, Alliance going 0-2. This is the super team that lost both of their matches, and we have to call out Froggen. A little bit shaky yesterday. He went 4-4-6. His Gragas ultimates did not pop people the way that we were expecting them to, and I think today, in this first match, he's going to have to step up his game.
We also had a lot of unique picks yesterday, and bans for that matter. I mean, 31 unique champions picked across the first day, with 17 unique champions banned as well. If you look at the most picked, Lucian 5 times, Vi, Thresh, Renekton, and Shyvana all picked 4 times apiece.
Yeah, super popular picks right now, definitely sitting in the European meta. The one thing we're not noticing is Sivir at all. Not yet. And the reason I highlight her is that she's still very popular over in OG and over in Korea. So the European ADs definitely favoring the Lucian and the Jinx, especially Reckless, the way he's played with her.
In terms of the bans, Kassadin, who would have really thought otherwise from that one, and the new guy, Yasuo, both banned 5 times apiece, and then Annie and Elise, 2 very strong champions right now as well, banned 4 times each.
Yeah, the versatility and the power that all of those picks offer are very, very scary. Because our region is very mid lane focused, and we've got a lot of hard carries in that regard, that's why we're seeing so many targeted bans from Yasuo. He only missed 1 game yesterday, and that was between Super Hot Crew and Rocket. And it leads me to believe that out of the 8 teams in the LCS, those are the only 2 that are not practicing him or not playing with him. But what it does mean is it adds extra pressure to them to ban him out, like in this first game we're going to see today.
Well, we'll undoubtedly see him at some point today, whether that's in the bans or hopefully for us at least in the picks as well. Now, as we head into day 2, let's take a quick look at the table and see where the teams currently stand. As I mentioned earlier, it's Fnatic that are in the first place position with 2 wins and no losses coming out of day 1. Millennium and Rockout are then both tied in second with 1 win apiece. They're then followed by the Copenhagen Wolves and Gambit, who are sat at 1 win and 1 loss, tied up for third.
Yeah, still another tie in Europe. Who would have guessed that one? In 4th position this time is SK Gaming and Super Hot Crew. They've only got 1 loss apiece. And in last position, we have Alliance. We've talked about extensively. They suffered both of their losses there today. I don't think anybody expected them at the bottom of the table after day 1.
No, definitely a bit of a surprise, I think, for us. But that could change here because we have 5 more games coming your way today. Starting off with Alliance, they'll be taking off the new boys, Super Hot Crew. Then we'll move on to El Clasico with Fnatic versus SK Gaming. Then, game number 3, Millennium versus Gambit.
Yeah, the second half of the day will feature the Copenhagen Wolves, this time taking on SK Gaming, with Rocket versus Millennium as the final match of the day. And hopefully it's a little faster paced than game 6 yesterday.
I've got no comment about that one. A win's a win, as they say. As always, guys, we'd like to know what you think at home and who you think's going to be victorious today. So head over to lolesports.com and cast your votes there. All you have to do is click on schedule near the top of the page. Then